Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to the Dropping Dimes Pod. I'm your host, Michael Delp. And we got my main man Douglas Blake with us, of course, as usual.
Good morning. Top of the morning.
And we are 2 games in to the second round of the NBA playoffs. So we've gotten a good look at these teams. The favorites are 2-0 for the most part, except for the Spurs. The Spurs drop one. They're 1-1. Everybody else 2-0 of the home teams. But, they say the series doesn't start
Third
until
game.
the home team loses, right? But these series have definitely started, and we got a lot of thoughts for it we want to share with you. Let's start with Pistons Cavs. Doug, uh, what's your thoughts?
Well, James Harden is really not showing up again. So that's one thing is Detroit is really like changing their whole narrative. They were down and everything from the first series, and now they're just kicking butt. Now it's like I guess they're more comfortable with this team playing against this Cleveland. The big men's playing, but everybody's playing well. Tobias Harris is really stepping it up too in this series. Really seeing him like ever since the last 2 games, he's been dropping 30. Now he's like consistently getting close to like 20 points a game.
Yeah,
In this
he's had
series,
7 games above 20 in the playoffs. I mean, people always trash on Tobias Harris, but I mean, he's
yeah,
been playing well. He's playing efficient.
yeah.
Working as a secondary scorer for them, and
hmm
that's an impressive stat.
Yeah, the first game, everybody was scoring. Everybody played well as far as the starting five and, their bench. They stepped it up, and like I said, I feel like once they played against the Magic and was over, I guess they could just, they were able to just to calm down and play their way and make it a little bit easier compared to playing against Cleveland because Cleveland's not as aggressive as Orlando was. So it's making it a little bit easy for them to play.
Yeah, the Cavs I mean, the Magic have some tall defenders, especially when Franz was there, that they could throw at Cade, and the Cavs don't really have that. They seem to be have decided that Max Strus is the best defender on them. They were even doing something like in the fourth quarter last game. They kept doing offense defense switches with Max Strus and Dean Wade, but it was Max Strus on defense, not and Dean
I don't
Wade
know.
on offense. It was kind
Mm,
of odd, but I thought Keon Ellis would maybe take this role. Maybe they're thinking he's too small or something. But
yeah,
they really haven't been playing him much.
no.
That's what I was worried about. They have been playing Mr. James Harden, 17 years. One thing I'll give him a little bit of props. 17 straight years going to playoffs. Only like him and I think the 2 Utah guys and maybe one other guy did that their first 17 years. That's impressive.
Yeah,
However,
but
he
he's
also
not
has
coming
some
to.
other.
to-
Yeah, he's had some bad. He has some bad stats going on. They were talking about it on Inside the NBA that he has 29 games with more turnovers than made baskets.
His turnover assist ratio is ridiculous. But I mean, but Detroit has defensive players, so like everybody's getting him as soon as he's going past one person, somebody else is helping out and giving them a hard time. So like he's getting frustrated with that too. So you can tell like in his games like that how they're diving on the floor, taking the ball from him and everything. Like James Harden is getting frustrated, falling. It's just the pressure that they're giving him, and he's definitely getting a different type of defensive pressure compared to what he was with against Toronto. He was getting taller. He had smaller defenders guarding him in Toronto for their guard play, but now it's a little bit different with Detroit's guard play because their guard play about the same height as him. So they're definitely giving him a run for his money and everything too. So, Cade probably switch up on him and guard him. Thomas guard him. James Harden has gotten on him, not James Harden. Tobias Harris done guard him a couple of times too and gave him a little fit too. But it's like, you know, once you find how to pressure somebody, it makes them, think about everything. Can't think of anything else to do, and just frustrates their game. So his first game, he had 7 turnovers in his first game when they played, and the second game, I want to say he had. probably about the same amount.
He had 4.
Yeah, 4.
He had
Yeah,
4 in the
and it's
same
too.
game, but he had that huge turnover at the end. Thompson
Mhm.
jumped on the ball when somebody
Yeah,
else was guarding Harden. That was like with 30 seconds left. We told America that this would happen. We were on this from the beginning. Like
yeah.
Harden, just like getting Harden to help you get to the next round of playoffs. It's like, what
It's very
have you
hard.
not been alive the last 17 years? Like, yeah, another 3 for X game. At least he was shooting this game.
He didn't make too many in the last game. He was 3 for 13, and then didn't make any threes. He was having a hard game, and then Donovan Mitchell was 11 for 24. Like, you would expect James Harden to go to the hole at least to try to get some fouls, but he was only 4 for 4 from the free throw line. So that means he didn't attempt to drive to the hole as much. Um, so they definitely got him out of his game. They definitely did get him out of his game to um, go to the hole and drive and thinking that he was going to get a call. So
I mean, and that's basically his whole game right now is this foul baiting stuff. He shoots, foul shots at 87%, and I'm tired of it, Doug. Like I used to love Harden. I thought I thought Harden was, in those Houston days, I thought he's the best offensive player ever.
yeah, I mean,
You
he
know,
is. He was back in Houston because I mean he finally had the chance to show that he was the guy, especially when he was at OKC. He was trying to show them that y'all needed me to play and I need to be a starter
well,
and not a
yeah, I
six.
mean, he was only threes and layups, the most efficient shots, and
Hmm.
it was amazing how many points he's scoring. Also, just with the assists. But the thing is I realized he kind of just sucks at 2-point pull-ups. Like, and
That's not
I
the
mean,
thing.
it's not that he was only doing threes and layups because
Yeah,
that was the Daryl Morey way in Houston or something. He just kind of isn't good at 2-point pull-ups. And you know what, Doug? I'm pretty sure you could, and I think I could jump higher than him on jumpers. Man, he kind of like jumps backwards, and he's
yeah.
about 5 or 6 inches off the ground. It's like,
Hmm.
I mean, no wonder he can't hit these shots. He's kind of
Nah, he
just like
don't want to shoot them shots. He don't want to
he
shoot those.
doesn't wanna
He,
shoot.
he's not.
Well, he has
He's
been
not a mid.
shooting. He shot a few last game. I was watching, and
Yeah,
he, like, kinda he doesn't jump up. Most people on a jump shot, they jump upwards.
yeah,
He
straight up. Yeah.
Some people, they fade away, right? And they fade away, but they fade away, like, diagonal. It's like up and back. Harden is
Hmm.
just, like, straight back, man.
Straight back. He's trying to
It's
avoid them blocks. That's what it is. Because the way he shoots, with his left hand, he shoots and it shoots towards it. So he wants to put the elevation on it so it can go over the defender. But that's
yeah,
not.
totally. And when
Yeah.
when
So
he's
it's
doing the
not.
step back threes, you're like, "Oh, this is awesome. Wow, how can he move backwards like that and hit the three?"
Yeah.
That's dope. I mean, other people can do it, obviously, but he was one of
Yeah.
the greatest
He was
ever.
number one
But,
for
when
it.
you're
Yeah.
looking at his 2-point game, I'm like, he
Not
just
it.
he just doesn't have that, and he doesn't have
He
that
does.
in him, right? And
Yeah.
those
He
are, like,
doesn't. He doesn't
easy
want to.
shots. Those are shots that are like, you should be shooting at 55, 60, 50 to 60%, if you're like the
Right.
superstar. And
Right.
Harden just doesn't have that in his game. And I think, especially as he's gotten older, that's even more tough. It used to be in Houston, you do the run into people sort of game and just
Hmm.
get so many free throws. Obviously, at his age, and I totally understand this, he doesn't want to be running into people all
Don't
the
want no
time.
contact.
That
Contact
hurts
now.
a little bit, man. Even though he's a big guy, so yeah, he's kind of taken that out of his game, and I don't know, man. I'm done. I
I,
think it's time,
I always
James.
tell.
Shave the beard, move to the Caribbean or the Houston strip clubs or
We,
whatever it is
we
that
won't
floats
even
your
know
boat,
who he
man.
is. We won't know who
We
he is
won't.
if he
No,
touches.
no, 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 dude. You can be anonymous. Is there a picture of him without a beard? Like, I've never seen it, man.
I mean, well, his coming into the college, I think in college he had a little small little fuzz on his face, but after that, when he came to the league, that's when it
Yeah,
came beard hardened. But yeah,
yeah. It's
if you
been like
live by the
20
three, you're
years,
gonna
man.
die. If you live by the three, you're gonna die by the three. So he's dying by that three, and it's hurting him. It's hurting him bad.
He needs to. I mean, I like the Keon Ellis, Schroeder, somebody, man. Get someone in there who can drive to the hole. Those
Yeah.
first 2 games, like I think we were saying this on this pod. I was like talking crap about Harden beforehand, but then I watched those first 2 games against the Raptors, he looked good. Like he's dishing to Mobley,
Mhm.
he's throwing him oops. I'm like, oh, man, maybe maybe this is a great thing. And it lasted, man. It
Yeah.
lasted all 2 games, man. That was about it.
It's hurting them badly, man. It's hurting them badly, and Detroit is really, taking advantage of that. And they're on the up. So I mean, with Detroit playing the way they're playing, I mean, and everybody stepping it up how they was expected to do in the first round. It was expecting to sweep them. I don't know. They might sweep Cleveland if the way it's looking now. Though it's I don't know, man. I'm just surprised that it's a 2-0 Detroit.
This game was closer. Like the 10-point
Yeah,
score at the end is not real. Like it was like a two basket game, and then
yeah.
just in those last four
And turnovers.
minutes, Jared Allen like pushes Isaiah Stewart in the back, a stupid foul that didn't need to happen. Those turnovers, just a couple little things, and they were like a bucket away from tying even, and they couldn't
Hmm.
quite get there. And they also do this weird thing. They start Donovan Mitchell at the beginning of fourth quarters, and then they take him out. They take him out this like around 6 minutes left. Here this time they took him out with like 7:36 left. And so he's
Hmm.
out, and I feel like he's kind of out, and it's like this more important time of the game that he's out. And I'm like freaking, I think the
Yeah.
Cavs fans must be freaking out during those minutes because all you got then is Harden running the show,
And
or
he
Max
wasn't doing
Struess
nothing.
or something.
Yeah. It's
And
it's I don't know. It's
it's a
kind of
weird
crazy.
way they do that substitution pattern, man. I think you could run.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that if I was a coach. I would run with Schroeder. Schroeder's like a baller, or he'll at least do stuff for you and get,
He's a champion.
those are high impact minutes. Like when you got 5, 4, 6 minutes left, like
Mhm.
you don't want to be having just Harden run the show then.
Yeah.
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 I also think the Sam Merrill injury hurts. Sam Merrill is playing great
Oh
defense in
yeah.
that Raptors
Yeah.
series, and he apparently has a hamstring or something. I don't know. He might be out for a while. And he
Yeah.
was hitting threes so well. That's a rough one. I think they could use him against Cade.
Hmm.
Duncan Robinson finally had a great game. His peach fuzz is growing in a little bit. He's almost got a full stash now. So my wife takes back all the bad things she said. And
Jenkins did play a good game too. He had another good game.
yeah, Jenkins is playing pretty well. I mean, I don't get it. I don't get why you're running with this young guy but he kind of makes it happen.
Yeah. Next man up.
He
Like I said,
flew
that's what it
up.
is.
He flew up way high. I thought he was gonna dunk over one of their bigs. He flew. I mean, he didn't complete it or
He was
whatever, but
very
he could get up,
yeah.
man.
Yeah. Surprised a lot of people.
Yeah, and they played a lot of Ron Holland this time. That'll make the Roseanne brothers happy from my earlier pod. They really lean into the defense.
Yeah.
Karis LeVert, though, I guess he's a defender now. That's what you were saying, Doug, and I was like, I didn't believe you, but he looks
Yeah.
awful on offense. Like he just
Yeah.
kind of
He's not
looks like
he don't fit in the rotation of
he
like
doesn't
their
look like he
play.
knows what he's doing. And he used to be like he used to be pretty big in like
Pretty good
Brooklyn and stuff, right?
in Atlanta too. When he was in Atlanta too, he was doing good out there. It's just like
Yeah.
with him coming to Detroit,
He looks like a
Detroit's a
rookie
decent
or
team.
something, man. He's kind
Yeah.
of
It's
playing
not
loosey
it's not
goosey.
his game. Yeah, it's not his game over there. I mean, he
It's kind
had
of
8
weird.
points. He was 2 for 3 from the 3-point line, and then he was pretty much
Yeah,
3
it's
for
just more
5
the
and all.
eye test with him and some of the
Yeah.
working he's doing.
But, he's a vet though, so he knows his role. So he's been, you know, trying to play how they want him to play, but he's not playing his game. So, if you
Right.
take him
Yeah, that's
players
a
out of
good
the
point,
game,
Doug. Right.
you gotta do
He's
you gotta do
trying,
something.
but yeah, it just kind of doesn't work. I think another thing is I just want to say, Thompson, they put him in the dunker spot, and he's so athletic. Like that's the thing about it. These guys can't shoot threes, but they're so athletic. Like you have to cover him. You can't just ignore him. And
Mhm.
maybe it crowds the lane a little bit, but someone still has to be somewhat close to these guys, so they can't just
Yeah,
dunk the hell out of it. And
'cause
then
he
he
doesn't
hit that
rebound.
three at the end of the game. I don't know if you saw this or not, but he actually hit a three but then they said the shot clock, the ball was still in his hand and the shot clock, and I felt so bad for the guy. I'm like, oh, he finally hits a three. His twin brother was in there. Like
Talking about it.
the
Yeah,
look on his
yeah.
face was pretty cute, man.
Yeah. He's a defensive player though. Like with him though, he definitely does play defense and does get rebounds. So like his points are hustle points. So, miss a shot and get rebound and put it back. I mean, that's what his game is all the way.
Yeah, and
Steals
they're
and
super
everything.
athletic. Yeah.
Yeah. Them twins though, they are something else. Like his brother is a lot more aggressive. The Houston brother is more
Right.
aggressive than he is. And I thought about that too. I was like, I see how he's improving and everything and doing a lot, but it's just more with, like I said, how you play each brother and their roles and what their roles are in the league and then the team they playing for. So with Detroit, they only want him for defense, strictly defense, no 3 and D, but defense and rebound. So I mean, it plays a part though.
It's weird to have that at the guard spot, or a
Yeah,
wing spot, but
yeah.
it's uh, it's working out for them.
Hmm.
I thought Mitchell played pretty darn well. I like his high dribble move, man.
The
You
get
know what I'm
over.
talking
That's how
about,
his
though?
way
Do
to
you
get
like
over.
that?
Yeah, it's all right. It's a different way of gathering.
You ever
That's
done
that.
that move, Doug? Have you ever done that move?
Nah, nah.
That's
I try to
like
go
a
low. I try to go low in
Yeah,
between
I mean,
people,
most people
but that's
go
the new
low.
one.
It's a
Yeah,
it's a very it's a kind of street ball type,
because
professor
he's
type
short.
thing or something.
But you got to think he's short too, so that's another reason why. Because he thinks that the taller people are going to reach low when he's going through. So he decides to go over. Then I think that's what he
Yeah,
did. He decided to do that
yeah.
now.
He does it all the time, and I've never
Yeah,
seen it like stolen or anything. It's a
yeah.
cool move,
He
man.
cuffs it. He cuffs it real good though when he does it. So he secures the ball, make sure he goes through and do what he needs to do. Because sometimes he'll do it and come through and then float it, or either he'll go and do what he needs to do and lay it up. So I done seen it in different ways, and I'm like, that's the interesting move. That's a very interesting move to use.
Yeah, it's fun to watch. All right, so I got a question for you. That when the announcer says Detroit and the crowd goes basketball,
Basketball. Yeah,
I love that, man. I think that's
yeah,
the best chant in all of the
yeah.
NBA. But there might be, I don't know, maybe there's one I'm not thinking of. What do you think?
That was the popular one though. Especially when they played against the Lakers back in the day for the championship. That was the height. I was young, so I wasn't a Kobe fan. So I definitely was cheering Detroit, like Detroit basketball,
I
happy
knew there was a
about it.
reason I
Like,
liked you, Doug.
yeah, I was cheering for Detroit, and then on top of that, they had Rasheed Wallace. So I'm a Rasheed Wallace fan, Tar Heel fan all the way.
Yeah,
So I'm cheering for him.
he's a
I was cheering for
character,
him to
man.
get it. Yeah,
Ball don't
he
lie.
definitely was. Yeah,
Ball don't lie. I love that chant. I think it's the best. All right, and
I
then
think every stand got the best one. I mean, well, everybody has the best one, to be honest with you, when it comes to playing against the Lakers. The BLA, everybody he does that chant. So that's a famous chant at every stadium. So I mean, that's like one of the number ones that everybody love to use when they beat
yeah,
them.
yeah,
So
that's a generic one. Well, hey, looking ahead, maybe this is looking too far ahead, but just the early thoughts on Detroit. I mean, they're looking good. Do you think? I mean, Knicks are looking pretty good. Looks like they might hit each other. Do we think? Do you think Detroit can beat the Knicks? I'll just
uh,
help you out a little bit. They were 4-0 against them in the regular season.
the Detroit is.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, they did play against each other last year in the playoffs, and Detroit beat them. Didn't they Detroit beat
it was
them?
pretty close. Knicks
Yeah.
Knicks pulled it out,
No,
but I
next
mean,
one. Yeah. Yeah.
it was scary for the Knicks. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know. I mean, if history writes itself, I mean, Detroit might lose this one might lose to New York if they do play. But I don't know, man. It's they got a deeper bench than Detroit now, but like how
Wait,
instead of
who
what
are
they
you
were
saying has a deeper
New
bench?
York, New York, New York, they have a deeper bench than what they
Do
did when they
they?
played against them compared to last year because they only played 6 players.
That's fair. I feel like they don't play that many players this year, though.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, they do, but they really not showing up. One person I'm really surprised with that team is Jordan Clarkson. I was expecting him to be the microwave guy for them because that's what they needed, a microwave guy for them to go off the bench. So I mean, it's kind of hard. I guess Mike Brown's not playing him the way they need to play him. So I don't know. I'm gonna blame Mike Brown on this one for Jordan
Yeah,
Clarkson
I
not to play
mean,
what he
you
playing.
would think you'd think that with Thibodeau gone, like developing the bench would have been the
Been the
thing the
number one
next
thing.
coach could
Yep.
do, but it doesn't seem to have really gotten better. Let's just talk about the other game last night. So we got Lakers OKC. It's 2-0, but I would say the Lakers have kind of impressed me. I think they've hung in better than I thought they would.
It's just the
They're
fouls. It's just the foul calls that they're not calling. They're not calling all the
Yeah,
fouls and a lot of flopping and stuff too.
the refing was harsh
Yeah.
last game. I'm sure they'll get a better whistle at home, but the Lakers are doubling SGA, and I mean they held them below 20 points. I think that's his
The first
first
game.
game below
Yeah,
20
first game.
points
Yeah.
in like
Yeah. They.
a century and a half or something. I don't know, man. It's been
Mm-hmm.
a while.
Yeah.
They
But
just
that
like
second game
doubling
he
him.
did.
They're kind of playing zone behind him. They seem to blitz him when he gets the ball, anything to get his ball out of his hands, and they're covering people now. The rest of the team is so good that they're able to like make plays
Right.
in the back, but it's not. I wouldn't say it's for lack of defense. Like the Lakers defenders are covering on the backside pretty well.
And this right here, the defense that they're playing, this is the same defense they did against the Rockets. Only difference is it's not successful because with OKC they have shooters and they have players that's gonna contribute and adjust to it. Like I said, when they play against Houston, they made sure they did that because they double teamed Kevin Durant and did what they needed to do whenever he got the ball. Like the OKC understood that like SGA, it's gonna be you. They're gonna be doing this with you. But they also making sure that SGA does not do any ISOs and take anybody to the hole and try to get fouled. And so that's why they definitely doing that zone. It helps out, but like you said, OKC players are smarter enough to understand that they can shoot, they can score, cut correctly, lobs or whatever they need to do to get around that double team and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean the game was like pretty even with SGA in there. He got in a little foul trouble too, I think, but then once he went out, now it's just normal defense, and
Mm-hmm.
those guys, AJ Mitchell and everybody else, they just
Yeah,
went to work, man.
yeah.
And they
Like you
got
said,
that
if they
10-point lead. They got that big lead without SGA there.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, they definitely did. They took advantage of it. McCain, he came off the bench and did good too. So like he was just a scorer. He didn't do nothing
Oh
else
man,
but
he's
score.
got a pretty jump. Yeah, he's got a pretty jumper, man.
See, the Sixers wrong for letting them go, man. The Sixers was wrong for letting them go.
Yeah, what were they doing there, man? That's
They,
just a
they gave
cost
away a
cutting thing.
yeah. I think they wanted because of EJ because Edgecombe. I think that's what it was. They was wanting to
Yeah, sure,
work
but
with him.
just keep for the playoff run. Like
Yeah, and have him come off the bench and be your spark off
yeah,
the bench because he would definitely would have
exactly.
worked for that.
Yeah, he can provide a lot of scoring. I don't
Hmm.
know. Was there a locker room thing or something? Like it seems
I think OKC was just smart enough to take him, and
it's
I'm just like I said, I'm
unfair.
just surprised.
Yeah,
They got
unfair.
a first round, they got a first round pick out of it, but still, it's
Probably like a
you're
number
getting a
30th pick or something. Like
yeah,
yeah,
you got an OKC pick, so it's like it's
it's
really not
practically a second
nothing.
rounder.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, but OKC they learn how to use their players, and if I don't know, man, Williams is has Williams came back yet?
No,
No, he
he's
hasn't came
still
back. He's
out.
still out. Yeah, he's still out. So that's a thing too. Just they're doing excellent without him too. On top of that, so like that's a good thing for them.
I think they miss him. They miss his
Yeah.
defense. He could be out there guarding LeBron,
Hmm.
and I think they miss him. But I think, the Lakers are playing smart. They're matching Marcus Smart's minutes with SGA, so they got like a real hound on him when the double team's not working.
Yeah.
Marcus wasn't hitting his shots, but he had the best plus minus last night.
Hmm. Austin
I
Reeves
think
had a good game too.
Austin
He started.
Reeves had a
He
good
started.
game. He had some weird desperate plays though, like he was like running real fast and losing the ball.
Mm-hmm. He's wanting that
It's
foul, boy. You see it at the end of the game, they was going after the refs. They had a meeting they had a coming
dude,
together
did
at the
you
end of the
see that
game.
play? Dude, SGA took his arm and, like, bent it, like,
He yanked him. Yeah,
backwards,
yanked him
man.
over.
Dude,
Yeah.
I
He about
I
broke
I
his
almost
arm.
think SGA should be suspended, man. I'm not joking. Like, that
They
was
might
messed up.
fine him. They might fine him, I think. They
I don't
might
know,
do that.
man. I think if it was Ron Artest, he'd be out 6 games or something. I mean, that
But
was dirty play.
Ron Artest would have been a little bit more aggressive. SGA would have had the arm broken though. I mean, not SGA, but Austin Reeves would have had his arm broken. Then once he'd have flipped him over,
It was like,
it was hard.
it
It was
hurt to
hard.
watch, man. It
Yeah,
was, like, going the
yeah,
wrong way. Like, I think that is that what the Lakers were on about? Because they all did some
yeah,
kinda, like, surrounded the refs
totally.
at the end.
Yeah, they was
Yeah, I mean, that makes
like we don't
sense
understand that.
because they're like, "We need to get SJ out of here. We have a chance to win this
Hmm.
series." And I
Yeah,
think,
exactly.
I think frankly he should be suspended. I mean, that was dirty.
He shouldn't need to have to do that because I mean he's a superstar, and then on top of that, he knows how to play the game. But I mean, you're supposed to have competition. To be honest with you, like it's always good to have competition to play. But if you're gonna hurt a player that's giving you a competition and everything, that's not a nice way to win a ring. That's not an easy way to win the ring. That's
Yeah,
just
that ain't
being
cool.
cheat. That's cheating way. I mean, you gonna hurt somebody to get to win the championship? Nah, man, just play the game. Just play the
Yeah,
game.
man, exactly. He's just frustrated because he doesn't get to do all his foul baiting stuff since they're double
And
teaming.
isn't Luca out for 8 weeks? They said Luca's out for
8
8 weeks.
weeks, dude. I feel like I've pulled a hammy and I'm, like, good in a week. Like, what is this? 8
Yeah,
weeks?
8 weeks.
What?
Yeah, I'm. You might as well say he's just not playing in the playoffs. Don't tell me how many weeks he's out. Just say he's done. He's not playing no more. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's kinda weird. Apparently, he's not even, like, running or even doing anything. Must been
mm,
bad pull, I guess.
yeah. Next thing you know, they're gonna tell us that he's gonna have surgery on the off season or something. Like, cause what? Didn't somebody have surgery? Somebody had surgery. I want to say one of the Hornets players had surgery, or somebody had a surgery that played in the playoffs or something that I seen recently. I just can't remember. I remember. I'll figure out who it is, but somebody did have surgery, and I was like, wait a minute, when did they have surgery for?
I can't think of who you're talking about. But, just more on this game, the Lakers centers, man. So it's like
Hmm.
DeAndre Ayton will do, like, a couple things where I'm like, "Oh, DeAndre Ayton, he's okay." And then he
Yeah.
just does these knucklehead plays. He, like he dunked an alley-oop that was already in the cylinder. That one maybe is a little tough, but
Yeah.
just he kinda, like he misses defensive assignments, and then, Redick just pulls him right away, puts in Jackson Hayes. Jackson Hayes has actually been playing better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's good. He's great at the oops from LeBron and Reeves and Marcus Smart. So
I found out who it was. I found out who it was.
who are you talking about, Doug? Yeah.
It was Brandon Miller. He had surgery.
Oh no. Oh,
Yeah.
he was injured.
Yeah. He had another surgery on his shoulder.
Oh, shoulder. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, I knew I seen something happen. I was like, somebody had surgery over the season off gonna have surgery. I'm like, who's having surgery? But yeah, it was Brandon
Doug's
Miller.
giving us the Hornets updates. Got
Yeah.
our
I knew I
mid
seen somebody
playoffs
that played in
Hornets
the play.
update.
Yeah.
Giving the people of Charlotte what they want. Yeah. Oh man. Another thing. Another note I had is the LeBron James out of bounds plays. He has been so good at that. Do
He's
you know
taking
what
the
I'm
ball
talking
out.
about? So
He's
like,
taking the
no,
ball
no,
out and
like
doing it. Oh,
someone else takes it out of bounds, and LeBron James does the like he blitzes to the hole and gets like open lays. He's been doing this for years and years.
yeah.
Teams are starting to figure that one out. But last night's game, they had a new. They unleashed a new one where Austin Reeves was way on the side and threw him an alley oop like from the sideline, and LeBron James got
Ducked it
the
in.
yeah. That was a sweet one that I hadn't seen before.
LeBron is known for that, out of balance play. Like they, especially if they're trying to get it to him, but they will revert where it's baited for him, and then somebody else is out there with him and Luca. They definitely do it a lot and everything too. So
Yeah.
it makes sense though with LeBron. You just got to know it's gonna be for LeBron. You should know that.
Yeah, and he still gets them. But these guys were sussing it out. OKC was sussing it out. Yeah. So hey, let's move on to that Knicks Philly series.
All right.
All right, so I think, that was, the Philly did much better without Embiid, which is, interesting. I think, they had Barlow come in and play center, and, he impressed me, man. He was good on switches,
Yeah,
6'9", kinda small, but, he was working.
playing. He blocked a couple of shots too. Yeah, I was just expecting them to put Reed in. Well, not Reed. Reed don't play for them no more. Never mind.
No, he's, Detroit now.
Yeah, but I mean, Drummond's. I was expecting Drummond's to do a little bit more, but Drummond's he just in the offense too. He's like pick and roll, just spacing and everything. I was expecting him to get at least like over 15 rebounds too in the game, but they boxing him out too, so they got him working and everything. But that series was a very interesting. Duncan Robinson did not Duncan, but Mitchell Robinson didn't play that game either, the last game, and they still won.
Mm, who? Oh, Mitchell Robinson. Oh, yeah, Mitchell
Yeah.
Robinson was out and Embiid was out. Yeah.
Yeah. But nobody's
Well,
worried about Embiid, but it was more Mitchell more than anything. Like, just he's a secondary rebounder for them. And, they had to change up their game plan, especially for that game. Um, I was just surprised that he wasn't playing and then they still won. But I did
yeah,
I
yeah,
did
well,
call it. I did call Embiid missing the second game though. I did say that he was gonna miss the next game. He gonna play the first game, then miss the next one.
yeah, man, good call, Doug. And Drummond was, he's pretty competent as a backup big. He kind of like
Mhm.
reminds me. He reminds me of like Brooke Lopez almost.
Oh
Like,
man.
I don't know, maybe he's not that good, but he's hitting
Yeah,
threes, man. He's
yeah.
like in the somewhat 50% or something from three,
Yeah, he
60%,
don't
something
take he
crazy.
don't take he don't take too many. He don't take too many, but the ones he does take, they count.
Yeah, man, they've
But
been
but
counting this
Brooke
postseason.
Lopez, yeah, but Brooke Lopez, he didn't really start shooting threes until Brooklyn, and like ever since then, he's been shooting them, playing with Giannis and everything too. So it was, yeah, Brooke Lopez. I can see that resemblance, playing with them. But only difference is he's not taking as many threes as Brooke Lopez.
Yeah, that's fair, but he's hitting them 57% of them in this
Hmm.
postseason at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
And,
think another note I had is this was a close game. Anybody could have won it,
hmm
and it kind of just comes down to those last few minutes. And Paul George, like in one of those last plays, he passes it ahead, I think to Quentin Grimes, and
hmm
then he kind of runs to Quentin Grimes. It was like this awkward transaction, and then like I
he
don't
wanted the
know,
ball back.
it was like a turnover or a miss or something bad happened,
Yeah. He had a
and
bad fourth quarter. He had a real
yeah,
bad
he
fourth
started,
quarter.
like, yelling at Grimes, and I'm like, "Paul George, like, dude, do you wanna be the star that shoots the last shot or not, man? Like,
Yeah.
you passed it off, dude. Like,
hmm
I mean, like, what do you" I feel, like, bad for his teammates, man. I don't
Yeah.
know.
He was like in the first half. Well, I want to say all the way up to the fourth quarter, he was doing well, and it was a close game. It's just once the fourth quarter hit, he couldn't hit nothing. Like he was like 0 for 8, I think, and like
The whole team
everything was,
couldn't hit nothing, man. They
yeah,
scored
yeah,
12 points in the 4th.
yeah. It was that played a
Horrible.
part. But Paul George was part of it. But I mean, I don't know, man. It's very interesting with that series part, especially with Paul George trying to help out and try to be one of the leaders and score and everything. But sometimes you gotta learn to pass the ball to somebody else.
I mean, let me tell you, he shouldn't be the one with the ball. It should be
Yeah,
Maxey. Clutch
yeah,
player of the year contestant, like
yeah.
contender. I mean, he should be the one with the ball. I don't anyway. That play upset me. But yeah, good on the Knicks. They pulled that one out. I had a question for you. All right. Who do you think's better offensively? Mikal Bridges or Jaden McDaniels?
I'm gonna go with Bridges. Only reason why Bridges has, yes, he's played with the Suns, and he was a role player there. Once he got traded to Brooklyn, he ended up being a star player. So he definitely turned his offensive game up more than anything. Jaden Daniels, I
Yeah,
can't
he
even
was
say that.
scoring in the 20s there in Brooklyn, and,
Yeah,
I wonder though, could Jaden McDaniels do the same thing, like, if he was
yeah,
on a crap
on
team,
a
you
different
know?
team. Yeah, that's why, and that's the only reason why I would give it to Miles, not Miles, but McKay Bridges. Reason why I give it to him because he's done it without a star player on the team, and he was the star. So I mean, that's the only way I would give
Right,
it to
we've
him.
seen evidence of it, but I mean,
Yeah,
just like today with their games, okay, you'd still give it to Mikal?
yeah, I still would give it to him, even though he had those couple of games where he didn't score anything. But and then on top of that too, with him, he's very reliable as far as minutes wise. He's played a lot of minutes throughout the whole season. So that was the one thing that with him, he's constantly playing. He don't miss a game unless he's hurt, but he plays every game. And
Yeah, they're similar players, different attitudes. I would say very
yeah,
different
yeah,
attitudes.
definitely different.
McDaniel's pretty angry guy. Bridges seems like
Yeah.
pretty more
And Daniels is
happy-go-lucky.
taller. And Daniels is taller. Like I would
Yeah.
not for me though, if I'm building a team, yeah, I still would get Bridges, but I would want Daniels on my team because he's a defensive player and he's gonna set the tone too. But if I'm wanting scoring and defense, I'm gonna have to go with
Well,
Bridges.
who do you think's better at defense?
I go to Daniels on that one. I give Daniels some credit on that one. He's definitely, you know, very, very good on defense and
He is
he's
so tall and lanky and,
yeah,
like, just,
yeah.
like, kinda spidery.
Hmm.
You
He's
know,
gonna
I
be
just
on you. He's gonna
remember
make you
I
frustrate
remember, like, a few years back, Mikal Bridges was guarding LeBron and just stopping him, and I'd never seen anyone, like, shut down LeBron like that,
you. Yeah, yeah,
and I was always impressed by that. I don't know if Mikal's quite there at that level, but Knicks fans might find out, Anunoby got a little injury, right?
yeah. I believe he did. He might be playing
He,
though.
like, pulled a hammy or something.
I don't see.
Um, yeah, he's got a hamstring injury. Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna they say he's day to day.
Yeah, day to day.
So we might be
Hmm.
Mikal Bridges might be a lot more in the spotlight then.
Yeah,
Um
we're gonna see. If he doesn't, if OG Benobi, I can't talk right now. I want to say so many people names all in one. I want to say everybody name in one. But if he doesn't play, then that might give the Sixers a chance to win. But you never know. I mean, somebody else from the Knicks might step up. This might be the game. Jordan Clarkson might go off and take over and everything, coming off the bench and score. He might have heard us and hear us talking on this podcast and like, you know what? They're right. I need to go ahead and score. I need to do something about this. So
well, I think
we'll
like
see.
the Knicks have finally cooled off. I mean, they had like 25 wins by 25 points, 3 in a
Hmm.
row. It's like the first time in history or something like that.
Yeah. That first
And
game was
that
just embarrassing though. That first game they played against
yeah, they just
Philly.
destroyed Philly and they were
Yeah.
destroying Atlanta at the end of that last round. It seems they finally calmed down a little bit.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's Cat getting in some foul trouble. I mean, he tripped Maxey. This is like
Cause he too fast for him. That's
12-year-old.
why.
This is 12-year-old. He's such a knucklehead, man. Yeah, what does he have mental issues? Like it's like 12-year-old boy stuff, man. Who does
Yeah.
this?
They do certain things. You see you can tell that they do a lot of things to try to get people frustrated. They do some of the dumbest stuff.
No, I think Cat
Uh
is just dumb. I don't think he had any kind of like
he don't play no defense anyway, too. That's
he
another
didn't
thing I
have
don't like with
any
Cat too.
over yeah, there wasn't like some greater thing. He's just like, I'm gonna just stick my knee out in front of this guy like
And
a
yeah.
freaking a-hole and get a foul and leave
Hmm.
the game. Idiot. Anyway, anything else you want to say about this series?
We're gonna see how it goes in Philly.
Yeah,
That's all I
I
can
don't think
say.
it's over by a long shot. The Knicks have looked good, but you know, Embiid, if he could play every other game, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We'll see
And
if he play tonight. We'll see if he plays tonight.
yeah, we'll see. Stay tuned on that one. All right, so Spurs T-Wolves is our last series, and hey, it's our only 1-1 series.
Mm.
I think we could talk a lot about this game. We could talk about I mean, the Spurs absolutely trashed the T-Wolves Wednesday, but you know what? The T-Wolves got that split, man,
Yeah,
and they
that
got
first
that
game, and then they had
yeah.
Anthony
They
Edwards come
got
off the
home
bench
court
too.
advantage. So I don't necessarily think this is over for them. The Spurs are young, T-Wolves are strong. So, I think in that first game, Wemby was taking too many threes, Fox was off.
Yeah,
Mm.
Wemby still got triple
But
double out that game. That game
yeah.
was it was crazy because like when I seen that, I was watching it, I was like, dang, Wemby getting all these blocks. He had 12 blocks and double. He had triple double, and I was like, okay, but I was kind of mad because he didn't get a triple double until like the fourth quarter when they was trying to come back and win the game. So it was like when it was
You should have
close.
thrown some more passes. He could have had a quadruple
I didn't
double, man.
understand. Yeah, I didn't understand. I was like, man, I was like, how they holding Wemby down and not scoring? Like he's not scoring. Like, but they end up coming back and winning the game. And they lost that game, but it was like real close. But as I always tell you, the best coach in the world looked at that game, went over the film, and the second game they whooped butt because Pop ended up looking at that film and
You
broke it
think
down to them.
Pop is like calling
Man,
Mitch, or Mitch is calling
hey,
Pop and being like,
yeah,
break this. What do I need to do, Pop? Do you think
they
that's
did.
happening?
He did. They actually talked about it. They talked about
Oh,
Pop had,
really?
yeah, he looked at the video of that game, the first game, and broke it down to the players. They had all sat down and talked about that game. And
With Pop there?
yes, yes,
Wow. Man,
yeah.
Doug's got the
That's why.
inside
That's why.
knowledge on this.
That's why they blew him out like that. Pop is a good coach, man. He knows how to break down stuff and know how to get
I
everything
thought Pop
together.
was off drinking wine somewhere, like with his vineyard.
Nah,
What is
he's still with the organization, man. It just he doesn't he's behind
oh
closed doors. That's all,
man.
man.
That's
Him, Tim
sneaky.
Duncan, David Robinson, they all there still in the organization. They're
So
not
is
going
Pop
nowhere.
is Pop the one telling them not to call timeout because they had 7 seconds left and they don't
Come on,
call a
that last
timeout at
game.
the end of that
No,
game, man.
no,
Now
no.
they did end up
I don't
getting
think he did.
a good shot from their best 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
But what's your thinking on that? Because I have an opinion, but I want to
I
hear
feel
you
like they
first.
should have. I feel like they should have did it a little bit quicker. Wemby should have ran down a little bit quicker. That's what they should have did. Because once he got the rebound, they passed it. Wemby passed the ball off, but he took his time coming down court on that last play. If they would have played it right, Wemby could have got in and got a good shot, and they could have won the game,
Yeah,
or
well,
either
he can
win in
take like
overtime.
5 steps and be at the rim, right?
Yep. Or you throw it a lob. They could have thrown the lob to him. He could have just dunked it in there with no problem.
Well, they
But
could have called a timeout, Doug, and like planned any of these plays that you're talking about.
yeah, but they're a
I mean,
young team. They're a
I
young
think with
team.
6, 7 seconds left, you should call a timeout. I think that's not enough time.
Yeah,
It was a little
yeah,
bit frantic. They got one look. It did work out for them, but I thought it was a weird. I thought for
yeah,
sure they must not add a timeout until like the announcer said something.
yeah. But they made up for it the next game. So like I said, they made it up, and now we're gonna see how they play in Minnesota now. Like, it's gonna be an interesting one too. It's gonna be very, very up to par, close game. I think Ant might start this game though. I feel like he's gonna start at home, not come off the bench. I don't think he's gonna come off the bench this game.
Yeah, yeah, they've been taking it slightly easy with him, so I don't know
Hmm.
what they're gonna do. But yeah, maybe I think the what is it, Shannon? I think he
Yeah,
was starting
Shannon.
to shoot a little too many threes, and he's driving to the
Yeah,
hole. He was doing great, but
yeah.
I think
He's
the
not a
shine's worn off a little bit. Yeah.
he's trying to find his shot, but he's 4 for 12. He was 4 for 12 in that
Yeah.
game.
We can't be finding shots in the
Yeah,
middle of the playoffs, man. So yeah, it'd be good if Ant could do bigger load.
a little bit
So
more. Yeah, it's gonna play his part, and then Bone didn't play well either, so that was another thing. Like, and then they didn't play everybody. They didn't. I mean, everybody played, but they didn't play the way they needed to play, and their shots wasn't falling. But the Spurs defense took advantage of it in that second game. So it was kind of hard for them to make those shots. So when the defense is taking over and everything, yeah, you're not gonna be able to get your shots the way you want to because they're on you. They're making sure you don't get no kind of space. They're playing. How about the one play that man, Champagne passed to the set. He caught that in midair and shot it. Did you see that one?
Oh, who was it the past two? Can you remind me?
Champagne passed it to the set. Yeah, caught it. He jumped in the air and it was
Yeah, that was a
passing it to him.
weird one, right? It was like a old
Yeah,
school alley-oop or something,
yeah,
like a
yeah.
non-dunk
Alley oop
alley-oop.
three.
What was it, alley-oop 3?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a sweet
yeah,
one.
exactly. Because he lost it. Wemby didn't do a nice pass. He did a nice pass, but Champagne lost it. And when he lost it, it went up in the air, and the shot clock was going down. And he tipped it to him. And when he seen the shot clock, he just jumped up in the air and had his hands ready for him to catch the ball and threw it up there real quick. It was real quick, man. That was a good shot though. It was surprising to
Wow.
me, but hey, I
Yeah,
don't know,
that's
man. I
impressive,
couldn't I
man.
couldn't do that. I have to practice that now. That's something that they was practicing on now, like on a something else though.
I guess if when it's your full-time job, you could practice stuff like that.
Practice a lot of things. Heck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, like, it was that the first quarter, neither team was hitting a shot most of the time,
Mm.
and then, Harper came in. Harper came in, just started scoring, gave San Antonio a few more points, and then they were off to the races, man. But
Man,
T-Wolves got the split, like I said at the beginning, so, they handled that business, and, yeah.
made it a series. They definitely made it a series.
I got a question for you. Who do you think has averaged the most points per game in the playoffs for the Spurs? Don't look it up. Don't look
Mm,
it up.
he said don't look it up. I'm gonna go by the names. Dang, I'm trying to think. Probably I'm gonna go with Fox.
No. Castle. Castle's
I was
averaged
gonna say
more
him.
points. He's averaged more points than Wimby. Him and
I was gonna say
Fox and
him too
Castle,
first,
they're
but
all yeah, they're all within like a point or two of each other. But
mm,
yeah, it's interesting.
yeah. Because I mean, Castle, he has been consistent though. He has been consistent with his scoring and everything. The way they're playing, Fox has been having his up and down games, and then Wimby, same for Wimby too. But they have spread the scoring around with everybody, so it's not just they're relying on one person. It has been playing team ball, but it's just Castle, like you said, Castle has been averaging more because he's been consistent and everything.
Yeah, yeah. Castle's been pretty. Yeah, he's been pretty great. Okay, so what do you think? Time for a little lefty lean in? Can we look in on our lefties? Who's doing what? How's it going there?
Yeah, I mean, well, I'm gonna go ahead and give him. I got two people I'm gonna give shout outs to. One gonna be Jalen Brunson. He's been consistent with the team this right now in this series. The last two games, he's been leading the team and doing what needs to be done. And then I'm gonna go ahead and go give Harper because Harper's coming off the bench. He's been doing real good. The last game he had 11, 7, and 5. So he's not just scoring; he's getting rebounds and passing the ball. So he's looking for everybody, and then being a spark off the bench to control everything and just being consistent with knowledge of who needs the ball and who's going to get it. I mean, and Kelly Oubre. I'm gonna give Kelly Oubre a shout out too. He's been doing his thing too.
Oubre had a great quote. He's getting interviewed, and he's like, "I'm a knockdown shooter. It's just my clip was jammed last series."
He
I
be
was
shoot.
like,
He does shoot though. He shoots it back like no
I was like,
problem.
no, Kelly, you're not a knockdown shooter, but glad you're confident in yourself. That was so hilarious. So
He's funny. I think that first game he was messing with Cat to my son. Like yeah, we the same height. Like I can
he
guard
was.
him.
I love
He like
Oubre.
messing with people. He loves getting in people's heads though. That's one thing I can't say about Kelly Oubre. He loves getting in people's heads and playing some good
Yeah.
defense and everything.
All right. Well, that's the lefties that have been doing good. All right. Well, we got the NBA lottery coming up Sunday, Doug. So a few teams are going to be very happy. Let's take a look. So Washington, the teams in order are Washington, Indiana, Brooklyn. They all have 14% odds. Then Utah, Sacramento, they have 11.5%. Then Memphis, it's New Orleans, but that one's going to Atlanta, I think.
Yeah, that's going to Atlanta.
Memphis got 9 odds, New Orleans got 6.8. Then it kind of starts going down from there. Dallas, Chicago, Milwaukee, Golden State, Oklahoma City, Miami, and Charlotte. Our Charlotte Hornets with a 0.5% chance.
It would be nice if they
But
get first.
you know what? That's just the probabilities and stuff, Doug. What's really important is who do we think who do we think deserves the pick most?
Who deserves the number one pick?
Yeah.
Uh, to make the organization good, I'm gonna go with Utah. They need the star power. They need the star power in their conference because I'm tired of Utah being the team that's tanking. I feel like they're tank a lot because they always trade players that are good, or if they do have good players on their team, they don't play them as much. They let everybody else on the bench and everything. But some people don't want to play in Utah either. So that's another thing that plays a part too. So I just feel bad for that organization, period, because they do get players, and sometimes they don't get players that want to play in Utah. So I feel bad for
Okay,
them.
that's a good point, man. I see what you're saying. It's like they need to get those picks because they ain't getting free agents, basically.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely not good in free
I
agent.
mean, I would say in terms of like lottery karma, I would say I would put Utah almost dead last. They're doing crazy stuff to just tank these games, which is their right, and but they're one of the teams that really got called out for it this year. But also, I
Hmm.
just think Utah did this to themselves. They had
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell, they had Rudy Gobert. These are like stars that are still in this second round. They had both of
Hmm.
them, and
Hmm.
they just dropped both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, this
Yeah.
is the guy from Boston who's GMing them did this to them, so they get a bunch of draft picks. And if they
They're
had
not
kept
hitting
those
on them.
guys and made it worked out, maybe they needed to switch the coach or something. I think they'd be in this second round. We'd be talking about them as one of the teams.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they did this themselves. I say no karma for Utah, but you got a good point. I think, a team besides our Hornets, of course, who
Hmm.
have tried so hard, haven't gotten a top one pick in a long time. And their last number two pick they got, oh, they flubbed that up. That was
Melo.
10 years ago. And
Oh,
they got that
you talking about
guy.
kid Gil Chris.
Yeah, MKG. Oh man, that was a poor pick.
Yeah, I was mad about
But
that one.
they're screwed because they got if there's some star from Duke or UNC, they're so heavily influenced to get those guys because that's such a
Yeah.
huge part
It
of
was the
North
jumper
Carolina
for me.
basketball.
It was the jumper for me. This is the jumper. I don't
Just no
understand that.
no
That
jumper, man.
wasn't
No,
it.
it was broken from the beginning. So yeah, I think Charlotte's got a lot of karma, but I also look at Indiana. Indiana hasn't gotten I don't think they've ever gotten a number one pick, man. And then of course my Washington Wizards. Yeah, man, let's get the Washington Wizards a top pick. Like they have just been so brutally bad ever since John Wall's
John
injury.
Wall and Bradley. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the fans show up over there like, let's get them some. I think
Yeah.
Brooklyn, Brooklyn's the fans don't show up. Like they got no karma for me.
They don't have their fans don't come. Maybe the other fans come for the other team.
Yeah, right. Good point. And then
especially
the
especially when they play against New York. When they play against New York, all New York fans, the Knicks fans is in that bad boy.
oh yeah, that's awful, man. So yeah, they're too busy doing podcasts. over at Brooklyn. Oh, wait a second. Just like us. But, I think Sacramento, I feel bad for their fans. I think they got some good fans over there. They're like a one trick pony, one team city, so, and
Yeah,
man, they have some incompetent management, but that's not the fans' fault,
yeah, that's the
you
organization
know?
fault. Yeah, because they drafted 2 good point guards, and they traded both of them. So, Halliburton and a Fox. So, they traded both of their good
Oh,
good point guards.
you're right, man. They did, and that Halliburton pick was like a 12th pick or something, I mean,
Yeah, yeah, and it
and
it
then,
still it worked out for them, but, after he traded them for, Sabonis, hey, rest was history. Indiana was the team.
I mean, that that trade, they did get in the playoffs, they did get like a 3 seed, right, after they did that trade. I don't necessarily I understand that trade, let's just put it that way, and I think the Fox trade, I think Fox was gonna leave, so
Yeah,
I
so they
guess
try to
I
get
guess
rid of
I
him.
I understand that trade too, and I think I don't get is they didn't draft Luka, man. That was that was the worst pick ever. I mean, Marcus Bagley the third. Oh man.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah,
mean, it's tough to be an NBA GM. I thought Marcus Bagley was gonna be a good NBA player,
yeah,
but can't draft him over Luka, man.
yeah, and, Fox
De'Aaron
Fox
Fox,
too, he hasn't been in the playoffs either, so that was a thing too. He hasn't won a playoff series, hasn't been in the playoffs, and now when he with the Spurs, he finally
they
broke the
did.
curse.
They went to the playoffs one year
I don't
with
I don't
Fox.
think I don't think I don't think they went
Yeah,
to the
because they
playoffs.
were a 3 seed. I think the Warriors dispatched them though, but it was a pretty close series. That was the one where
Oh, you know
Draymond
what?
stomped on Sabonis.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
you right. You right. I remember
they
now.
did make it
Yeah.
once with those guys.
I think they were number 8. I think they was number 8 seed, or it was either number 8 or 7. Because I know, yeah, I remember now they playing against.
Dog, are you messing with my NBA knowledge, man? I done told you they were a 3rd seed, man. They didn't make it. I don't think they made it when they were in the play-in games. Maybe they made it one year.
Yeah,
But anyway, tonight we got Knicks 76ers, we got Spurs T-Wolves. Should be some good games.
yeah,
Uh,
we going.
Doug, great talking to you, man.
Oh, yeah,
Everyone,
great talking to you.
listeners, have a good weekend. Enjoy some good NBA basketball.
We'll be back at it next week.
That's right. All right. Cheers, everyone.
Peace.